Hello, welcome to the multiplier event of the Erasmus Plus project called Energy Student. This project is a collaboration between 4 European partners and their information will be shown on the final slide. Besides explaining what the project is, I will also highlight some interesting outcomes of the project. Energy challenges children around the age of 10 to 15 years old to run their own campaign about energy conservation at school. Using an 8-step approach designed by the Energy Challenges Foundation, children find innovative ways to save energy. The focus is on raising awareness of their own behavior and changing it in a sustainable way. Through fun, interactive workshops, children get the necessary tools and information to get to work. Take for instance the energy inspection workshop, during which children explore how their school is using energy for heating, lights, or devices. So far, the formula has been very successful. Energy challenges exist already more than 11 years, and children have organized campaigns in 7 other European countries and Turkey. Through behavioral change, schools across Europe have vastly reduced their CO2 emissions. In addition, participating schools have saved on average 7% or more on their energy usage. The Energy Challenges method stands central in the Erasmus Plus project called Energy Student. The method was applied to 10 schools in the Netherlands and 5 in Slovenia. In total, 449 school children participated. The project aim was to ensure that there is a sufficient qualified personnel for decarbonization. This will be done by raising awareness amongst children about emerging jobs, courses and other opportunities in the energy transition and beyond. Many children are unaware of these opportunities, and we sought to remove this barrier. In addition, older students with a special interest in or knowledge of decarbonization and sustainability were asked to guide the school children during the energy challenges. We call such students energy students. These students actively shared with the children how they personally try to contribute to a better world, for instance through their studies, part-time jobs, or hobbies. Such stories sparked questions amongst children and resulted in interesting discussions. The reason why we included energy students is because we want to find out how their active presence influences the preferences of school children and what kind of decisions they will make regarding future jobs and studies. In specific, we were hoping that the energy students would incite extra enthusiasm for technical trainings and studies amongst school children. After giving the workshops to the school children and finishing up the energy challenges, we want to analyze the impact of these workshops and the presence of these energy students at these workshops. So we executed an impact analysis. We asked the following questions. How did the interest of school children in topics like decarbonization change as a result of the project? Secondly, what impact did the involvement of energy students in the project have on the school children? Thirdly, what do teachers know about environmental policies at different governmental levels? And finally, how do teachers relate themselves to decarbonization efforts? Do they see a role for themselves in such efforts as a teacher? To answer these questions, we asked several questions to school children at the start and at the end of the project. We asked, for instance, do you think you would enjoy a technical education or study? For this, we made use of the fun interactive quiz tool of Kahoot. In addition, we also conducted interviews with 15 teachers at the end of the project to ask them if they perhaps perceived changes in their pupils' preferences. Moving on to the results of the impact analysis. So what we found is that the project caused on average an increase in 3 key areas: in the interest in decarbonization related topics, in interest to do something related to sustainability or technology when older, and in the interest to follow a technical training or study. The increase was most well pronounced in the last question, with an increase of 12 percentage points from the first measurement to the second measurement. The main result of teacher interviews was that school children showed a lot of enthusiasm for practical, sustainable practices that they could easily implement at the school after becoming more aware of energy consumption. Increased sustainable behavior and critical questions of school children were indicators that school children care about reducing their carbon footprint and want to undertake action. Teachers were very positive about employment of energy students in the project. Many of them mentioned that it made the workshop more special for the school children and that the energy student stories inspired the school children. So, based on these conclusions, we developed a few recommendations. Firstly, this research was really for exploratory purposes. Future research could also measure if the changes in interest are also statistically significant with statistical tests. Moreover, we noticed that teachers find it difficult to recognize changes in school children's preferences, although this information is very valuable to have. Perhaps a follow-up teacher-teacher project could consist of developing guidelines that can be used by teachers to improve on this competence. Then ways of tracking long-term impact of the project on participating children should be explored. One way could be through the setup of an Energy Challenges alumni organization. And then finally, it might be interesting to know more about the project's impacts beyond just the classroom. Future research could look into whether school children also take their sustainable behavior back home, for instance. Then, to close this presentation, we want to make a final statement, which is that the project enabled children to set up a great diversity of very creative campaigns, and due to popular demand, new rounds of the energy challenges are already being rolled out. Not only is the project fun, but it is also necessary for the energy transition and climate goals. Increasing school children's awareness of studies and trainings that contribute to decarbonization is an investment in the future, and energy students are suitable role models. We hope that more and more people will join forces with us. Then on this final slide, you can see the 4 partners that have contributed to this project. Stichting Energy Challenges based in the Netherlands and the lead partner of this project, Stichting Energiestudent based in the Netherlands, then LEAP in Slovenia and IVTech in Germany. Also feel free to scan the QR code to visit the Energy Challenges website to obtain more information. Thank you for listening.